Hey, welcome AB Calculus students. We're in for a heck of a year. This is Mr. Hewland, and I'm your AP Calculus teacher. You may know me, you may not. I may know you, I may not. But this little awkward, low production value welcome video will get us rolling, especially if you're in cohort B, because I won't see you until Thursday. And by Thursday, this world is going to be cranking. So a little bit about me before we get going too far, just so you have an idea of who I am. I really love coffee, cooking, baking, and outdoors stuff. I'll give you a few pictures from my summer just to back up what I'm saying there. Hold on a second. I made some donuts this summer. I'm sure those went really well with coffee. And I went on a hiking backpack camping trip. Here you see two dogs, and they were the guests of honor. And the other person on this camping trip was Mr. Hanslick. You may or may not know Mr. Hanslick. You see him normally hanging around a ping pong table. Here's a beautiful sight. This was from a canoe camping trip in northern Wisconsin. The guest on this one was Mr. Forrest. Here's another canoe camping trip. Now we're in Michigan, and this is with my wife and two friends from college. We're taking a break here. You can see the loaded up canoe, and I'm sure we're enjoying some time off the river there. This is from the end of the summer. I made a nice pizza. I tried a New York style pizza. And very recently, probably while I'm trying to blow off steam and stress from preparing for school, I made 2 loaves of bread. That's going to make some good toast. So hopefully that's enough about me. I like the outdoors, and I like food, and I like cooking food. Well, I guess we have to get down to some math now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the screen here so you can take a look at the Google Classroom, everybody's friend. And here we are in the Google Classroom for AP Calculus AB. I'm actually more used to using a website for my AB class, so I'm kind of doing a switch over this year. You're going to want to join this thing. So there's the code. And let me show you the most important thing in this Google Classroom, because I think it's going to be the main hub. I'm going to try to keep my lesson plans at the top of the screen, at the top of the stream. Every once in a while they might get pushed below, but you can find them. But if you go to classwork, in important class documents, there she is, lesson plans. So let's take a look. It's going to seem a little bit overwhelming at first, but remember, in the beginning of the year, there's a lot of stuff to get going into the brain. So you see the tabs down below. It should open up to August 31st, but then there's the next week, there's the next week. Here's a template. So basically in my mind, I think I've planned out maybe close to 3 weeks of school, but who knows, because we don't know how the heck this is going to go. When you view these lesson plans, the upper part is just going to be some ideas of what's going on in class, or if you're at home, what's going on virtually at home. The middle section is going to have links to documents that you're going to use, maybe videos and so on. And down below is going to be your homework assignment. For example, on day 1, you have this homework assignment. And if you're in cohort B, you don't have the book yet. So I have a link to some pictures of the book problems. And almost always I'm going to have solutions available to you. So here are the, it's a link to the page. This is on my website for your book homework solutions. I'll click on that for a second. Ooh, that's a pretty picture. That's the state of Maine, the coast of Maine. But if you go to Homework Solutions Chapter 1, these are not fancy, but these are my worked out solutions. So as you're doing your homework, you should definitely be checking your solutions with mine. I'll usually show my steps, which can help you answer some of your own questions. Let's go back to the Google Classroom. Nope, let's go back to the lesson plans, which are found on the Google Classroom. So this first day's homework has a review on lines, Algebra 1 and Algebra 2. Holy cow. And if you check out that video, that should give you enough ammunition to get that homework done. And that's how it's going to go. It's nothing revolutionary. Something that you should know for the entire year is this items to know for the entire course. This is also a document found on the Google Classroom, but it's conveniently placed for you in the lesson plans. This shows you pretty much every major topic or objective for learning for the entire year. And you can see organized by units all the way down to the Promised Land. Unit 8, the last thing we're going to learn, the donut method. That's going to be good. Guarantee you that. So this items to know packet or paper is going to be something that you want to keep track of so you can be sure that as you progress through any unit that you're honest with yourself. Have I really figured out how to solve trigonometric equations or logarithmic equations? So our very first unit, the one we're doing right out of the gate, and we'll go through this very quickly, probably 5 to 7 days, something like that, is all of the main items you would have learned in your Algebra 2 or your pre-calculus that I know are going to be helpful to you as you go through calculus. So here are the objectives. And as we go through the homeworks, we should be hitting most of those. And if not all of those, if I'm a competent teacher, right? And then I guess we're looking forward. We're going to have a test on that somewhere. I don't know, but we'll worry about that later. So here's the lesson plans. They're located right there in the Google Classroom. And this is your one-stop shop so that you can find out what are we doing today? What information do I need? What's coming up? What are my resources? So that's what you care about most. I referred to the items to know packet. That's also embedded within the lesson plans. And there's also the syllabus to AB Calculus. And we can open this baby up. It's course overview. Nothing shocking. It has your AP Classroom codes on there. It has your Google Classroom code, my email address, all that stuff. And self-explanatory. Don't need to waste your time. So I think I've given you the overview. It's sad that I won't see some of you until Thursday, so you'll have covered quite a bit of territory by then. I will be updating my lesson plans so that if there'll be a link here on Wednesday so that if you need to stop by and Google, of course you can't stop by, but if you want to do a Google Hangout and ask me some questions, that's great. Please remember, emails are a great way to ask me questions. And overall, I think you're going to love calculus. It's the first time in a while that you carve some brand new territory that's not really algebra related, and calculus has some fabulously interesting topics. It's awesome. All right, I think that's our show. We'll talk to you later.